markets. It's such an exciting market now, right? With the Washington Post yesterday, we saw big volatility swings in the FX markets.
That's true. So you think it's going to be an FX market here because the sensitivity of any news flow is mostly captured first by currencies?
Yes, I think that is clear through the bullish dollar run-up we have seen over the past sort of 1.5 months. Investors like to express that the cleanest view of a pro-Trump policies is through a bullish dollar, and that's why we got calls now for euro parity and BBDXY ending at a 2-year high and breaking through very big key levels there. And I think that's why the FX markets will be very interesting year in 2025.
Yeah, you brought up the WAPO story. I'm so glad you did because we haven't touched in the program yet. But Trump then came out saying that report was wrong. So, I mean, no doubt that's where we're seeing some of the volatility. But, I mean, how are you looking at sort of the flip-flopping and the rhetoric versus the reality as far as this new incoming administration is concerned, particularly on the area of trade tariffs where currencies are so sensitive?
I think if you look back into the 2017 era of Trump, we have a lot of news articles came out saying one thing and then Trump disputing it. So I think 2025 will be the exact same pattern. So the last verdict will be the man himself, what Trump announces on his inauguration day on January 20th. We think it will be all gas, no break. He will talk up about tariffs. I think he has a plan to implement his universal tariff plan, and that will be a big hit to a lot of economies, especially in Asia, which are more trade-oriented in that aspect.
We've got the dollar plus the Chinese government bond yields are sort of pressuring the Chinese yuan as well. No doubt that's caught the attention of the PBOC. They've been sort of sending a warning to the RMB bears out there, and no doubt speaking to some of the fund managers too, as have the stock exchanges. But on the currency, it does look like it continues to weaken despite the fact that the PBOC seems to be scrambling as well as the state bank sort of stepping in to stem those declines. How are you looking at that particular currency, given some of those efforts?
So I think the yuan will definitely weaken in 2025, but it's all about the pace. Once again, I don't think that the PBOC will let go of the currency like we've seen in 2015, because that will cause a lot of headaches for the Chinese financial markets. The equity market's under pressure. We've seen capital outflows and a very weak domestic economy. So the last thing they want is a sudden devaluation of the yuan. So I do expect the PBOC to intervene, as and when certain key levels are reached. At their own sort of discretion. But of course, I think yesterday, the double-barrel move from the financial backed newspaper of the PBOC and their fixings does show that they do not want the yuan to have a sudden movement ahead of Trump's inauguration.